What's going on, guys? Today we're doing another review video on a really cool level 2 EV charger. This is by a company called EVIQO, and it uses a 240 volt and 40 amp plug-in system. As I go through the unboxing in the video, I just want to talk about some of the really cool features. Starting with the first really cool feature is that it has a extra long 25-foot charging cable. So this EVIQO charger uses a 25-foot charging cable. We can install it in one of the most convenient places because you don't have to really worry about the cable length. It works across wider garages, driveways, or even when there's parking of multiple EVs. The second really cool feature is that it has a smart EVIQO app with advanced controls. And so this app, which we're going to go over in detail later on in the video, and we'll actually do a video walkthrough of setting up the charger, but this charger uses this app, which is Wi-Fi enabled. It's a smart app. It uses 2.4 gigahertz with scheduling. It allows you to control current adjustment. It also has real-time monitoring, and it has over-the-air firmware updates. And so this is really amazing because it gives you complete control over your charging sessions from your phone. So you can set up to 3 different charging schedules and take advantage of off-peak electricity rates. That allows you to also control and monitor power usage, costs, and the charging history in real time. The next really cool feature, and probably one of my favorite features about this charger in comparison to every other EV charger that I've seen, is the adjustability of the current from 6 amps all the way up to the maximum amp output, which for some models is 40 amps and for some models is 48 amps. So on the inside of these units, there is a dip switch, and that dip switch allows us to set the maximum current, and that usually goes in increments of like 16 amps to 32 amps to 40 amps or 48 amps depending on the model. But using the app, we can actually fine-tune the maximum increments by 1 amp adjustments. So I can pick 17 amps or 18 amps or 19 amps or 20 amps or 21 amps. And this is amazing and a really cool feature because say you have a 25 amp system. That 25 amp system for some other charging systems wouldn't be able to be used to its full capacity. So if a other charging system goes in increments of 10 amps, 20 amps, 30 amps, but your breaker's at 25 amps, you can only use 20 amps set by the charger because anything more, which would be 30 amps, would blow the fuse. So the really cool thing about this charger is that I can set it to exactly 25 amps, exactly to what the breaker is. So that's a really cool feature. The next thing up is the waterproof IP66 and that it's NEMA 4 rated. What this means is that this charger is rugged, it's weather-resistant enclosure, it's rated IP66 and NEMA 4. And so this is tested against water jets, it's tested against dust, UV exposure, freezing temperatures, and even extreme heat. And so the advantage of this is that if you install it indoors or outdoors, you can do that without worry. It also operates reliably in temperatures from negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. And so you can keep your charger working year-round in any climate, whether it's rain, snow, heat, freezing cold. You don't need any additional protection or shelter. The next really cool quality is that they use a premium connector. What that means is that they have a rubberized, heavy-duty connector with an aluminum latch. It's not plastic like what a lot of other companies use. And so this company, the EVIQO charger, has a solid and well-made feel in your hand. It's more durable than standard plastic connectors. It's got better grip, better feel, and a longer lifespan. And so you don't have to worry about this connector ever breaking or feeling flimsy. After repeated use, you can feel confident every single time that you plug in. Next couple of key points is the safety certifications and protections, the warranty, and the customer service. So what's really incredible about this EVIQO charger is that it is ETL listed, UL compliant, it is Energy Star certified, and FCC certified. That means that it's got multiple built-in safety protections for overcurrent, leakage, over and under voltage, overheating, surge protection, fault detection. These chargers are independently tested and certified for safety. They've got automatic shutoffs to protect your home, your vehicle, and your family. And so this is amazing because you can really have peace of mind knowing that your charger meets the highest safety standards and won't cause any electrical issues. Another really incredible thing is those testing standards. And so every one of these units undergoes extensive testing. Again, they're water resistant, freezing, dust, UV exposure, humidity, aging, heating, vibration, fault detection, and drop testing. All of these are tested rigorously and they're built to last. They won't fail after a few months like these cheaper chargers. And so you can have long-term reliability that you can count on. No surprises, no failures, no expensive replacements, none of that. And on top of that, you have a 3-year warranty, 4-year extended that's also available. And so it's standard for these chargers to come with a 3-year warranty. Again, optional 4-year if it's extended. And so you can cover your charger for very long periods to protect that investment. Again, even though you probably won't even need it just because the quality of these products are that high. And lastly, you've got the US-based 24/7 customer support. I will say I've been in contact with their customer support. They are incredible. They respond immediately. They are top-notch, top quality. They communicate immediately with you, and they are able to help out with any scenario you may be in. All right, so now that we're in the garage, we can find a good spot to mount up the charger and its cable holder. I found a location here on the garage that is right there on the side of the wall and very close to where I would be able to run the cable to charge up my car. That would be located right here. So what I'm doing here is using the mounting back bracket to drill in 4 screws to mount up the bracket onto the wall, to which I will just install the actual charger on top of this. And over here on the side, I'm just tightening up the retaining screw. All right, so now that we have the actual charger on the wall, we've got this side retainer screw in, and we're gonna put this side retainer screw in on this side now too. And so if you remember, it's just a little threaded bolt. Gonna twist this on by hand. All right, so now that we've got that screwed in, now we can mount up the little adapter that will hold the cable plug onto the wall. This one just has 3 screws, and so we're just gonna find a nice location close by and mount this into the wall. And so all we're doing here is the exact same thing we did with the charger. We're just mounting the bracket. Okay, and now that we have that mounting bracket installed, what we can do is we can put this cover on top and then put the retaining bolt in from underneath. Now what we can do is we can pop off this cover and install this right into the wall. There we go. And that'll hold the cable nice and clean right against the wall. So when we're not charging up the car, we have everything raveled up nice and clean. Next step is to plug this into the 240 volt charging cable that is already adapted into the garage system. So let's plug this in. And now we can power up the charger. All right, so now we're going to the app and we're gonna set this charger up. So we start off by putting in our email. It's gonna send us a confirmation email for us to set up. We're gonna click on complete the setup and put in a password here. After we put in the password, it's gonna ask you if you wanna put in a phone number for notifications. We're gonna hit yes to allow notifications, and then we're gonna add a device here. We're then going to go to the Bluetooth settings, turn that on and allow it to search for new devices. And automatically it's going to pull up the device and it's going to pull up the Wi-Fi. So we're going to pull up the Wi-Fi list and we're going to pick our own Wi-Fi and put in the password. And it's going to start making that connection for the Wi-Fi, the device, and the application. That way everything's in sync. So it's going to take a little bit of time to connect. And now that it's connected, it's going to ask if we want to change the name of the charger or put in a possible address for the charger, which we don't have to do. We can just finish that up. You're going to hit let's go. And now we're in the app. And now that we're in the app, you can see the different features that this charger has. So you can see that it has an adjustable current down there, which is that really cool feature of being able to change things by a 1 amp unit. You can also see that we're able to look at the amount of the total duration of charging, set a schedule for the charging. You can set up to 3 different scheduled charges. You can set a status, you can set a start time, or even the different current that you want to be outputting into your car. So a lot of really, really cool features here. What's even really neat is that you can actually see the estimated cost of different charging for when you do charge your car. There's a history, there's a log. It just gives you so much data. It's amazing. So now that we have the device connected to the app via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, we can plug in the charger to the car and test it out. Alrighty, so now that the charger is powered on, let's plug this into the car and see what happens. Plug this in, and we can see that it is charging now. Things that I want to note is that this adapter feels really great. Ergonomically, it feels fantastic. This little clip here is nice and easy for when you want to remove it. Again, it feels nice and sturdy and strong. Easy to push in, easy to pull out. And again, the wiring on this cable is what's one of the most impressive things. It's just this nice, super thick, quality wire. Very impressive. So let's go to the app and see how this is charging. And so now that we've plugged in the car, you can see you actually get this really cool notification on your lock screen that the charging has started. We're going to click that and it takes us straight to the app. And you can see that right here, it tells us that we're outputting 30 amps. We've got a power of 7.27 kilowatts going out. We have a voltage meter. We have a duration. We have a total energy kilowatts per hour. So we've got a ton of different data over here. The app also allows us to look at usage details for duration and consumption, total cost, estimated cost. We can also stop the charging or even schedule charging. All right, and so now that we've tested out the charger, we've looked at both of the apps and we see how great that things function. I just want to show again, here's what the charger now looks like when the car is plugged in. The lighting display is slightly different. Again, all the lighting, different directions and indicators are on the side of the machine, which make it perfect for when you install this product in your home. It's just ready to go. It's easy to understand. It's easy to follow. It is a plug and play set. It is a perfect product. And so my final review of this EVIQO 40 amp, 240 volt, plug and play charger for EV vehicles is that this is an incredible product. It is quality, it is efficient, it is reliable. They have fantastic customer service and they have fantastic quality products. The charger was very easy to install. It took me no more than 20 minutes to install completely. It's very easy to wire up. It is literally just a plug and play. The app features are fantastic. Again, they're easy to use, it's easy to follow, and it's actually one of the only charging apps that I know of where you can control the exact amperes that this charger is outputting. So usually chargers will go 10 amps, 20 amps, 30 amps, 40 amps, 50 amps. There's no in between. So if you have a specific breaker that's in your home, like say 25 amps, you can put this charger to exactly that, which is such an incredible feature. Again, this is a quality charging system. It has nice thick wires. Everything is professional. It is quality. It's reliable. I would highly recommend this EVIQO EV 240 volt 40 amp charger.